try to get more steals, speed up the pass lane, really try to stop my guy. I think there's two different philosophies from the old coaches to these coaches. It's still a more team effort, but getting more up in the pass lane, pressuring your guy a little bit more, getting them out of their comfort zone. And I think it's something we all had to get adjusted to, but I think we've done that, and we've worked on that over the summer, and hopefully it'll pay dividends this year.
Is that more mindset than something you can actually physically work on in the gym?
I think both. It's tough to do that when you're in the gym by yourself. You're usually getting them jump shots, you're not working on your defense too often. But when you're playing 5-on-5, getting up and down, I think I've paid more attention these last couple of years of also giving attention to the defense of the court, and not just my offensive skills and pickup. And I think that really helped my game out and helped my game evolve.
Thanks, man. Appreciate it.
I'm Adam Jordan Gatens to do that one. One of the things Coach just talked about a lot was kind of you guys wanting to get over the hump in terms of the close games, down the wire, being able to pull those out. How do you do that in turning the corner? What things do you have to do?
Be more consistent. I think that's the biggest thing, whether it's the full 40 minutes. Closing out games requires you getting stops and getting buckets on the other end and making free throws. So all those things come into play when you're trying to win close games. And we've had a lot of opportunities last year. I think we had 5-6 games slip away where we had the team beat, and if you can turn those around and get those in the W's, your record looks a lot better.
Is that something you guys consciously talk about with each other? Doing those things and closing out those games. Is that something you guys talk about?
Yeah, especially with if you're doing like a conditioning drill in the preseason. It gets to the end of the day. You got to push through that last. Whatever segment you're doing, it's the fourth quarter. You got to have that same effort, same mentality, whether it's the tip-off or the last play of the game. And I think it's a certain mentality, but yet it's being in the right shape and the right physicality. I think we've worked on that this preseason and over the summer, and guys are getting ready. And I think it'll show.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Has there been more excitement on campus in this off season than you've seen previous years?
It seems like it, yeah. It certainly does. Or when you walk around campus or when you're in the community, it seems like people are excited. They're ready to come back and fill this place and be wild. I think ending last year on a somewhat positive note by beating Purdue and getting the fans excited during that game, and they really helped us out. It makes a big difference, and hopefully they can keep showing up.
Is that pressure, or is that just a challenge you guys are ready to step up to keep those fans interested?
I think it's a challenge we're ready for. These seniors are ready to lead, ready to go out and show us what we've been working on, and we want to keep the fans interested, keep them coming back. I think if we get off to a good start, more and more will notice and come in here and get this place rocking.
When you say lead, that can take a lot of different forms. Putting an arm around a guy and coaching him up, or maybe chewing some tail if a guy's dogging it or making the same mistakes. Are you prepared to do whatever it takes this season?
Definitely. As you said, there are two different kinds of leading, and there's a lot of different kinds of leading. And I've been in a lot of different situations that some of these freshmen will find themselves in, or even sophomores, juniors. And some guys need to push them, while others need their arm around them. And it's just being able to feel the situation out and know what guy you're working with, and try to get things fixed and go in the right way.
How about getting used to Coach? Granted, I know he's not here now. I was having a talk with Cully last year, and he said Coach would come out and you might chew some tail, and then 2 seconds later he's patting you on the back, and it took some feeling out, so to speak, to kind of get used to it. You're nodding yes to that?
Yeah, definitely. I think he's one of those guys that if he's going to get into you or tearing you for doing something wrong or not giving the right effort, he's the first guy right there. If you get a rebound or get a dunk to really pump you up and get you back going. And I think that just shows what kind of guy he is, what kind of character he has, and he understands you. I think it depends on the player, how much he'll do that for each one, and I think he understands each guy individually and reacts to that.